It's hard.
Jeez, we have a lot in common.
Yes. That is just great. I just love that. I'm going to jump just a second because I do want to make sure that we really talk about your A&M days, and we talk about, Harold Childs and Heavy Lenny, and some of the people that you worked with at A&M, and the relationship with Jerry Moss and Herb Alpert. So
well, you must have seen some of my videos that Dale made about Jerry Moss coming to town and me going to see Frampton.
I love that story.
Yeah, me too. Herb and Jerry were just the coolest guys I ever met in my life. I mean, these two cool guys have a record label. When I first went in there for an interview, the first interview after Harold in New York, he said, I want you to come out and meet Herb and Jerry. And I went out there and I first met with Jerry, and then all of a sudden Herb comes in from the side door. I could hear him practicing his trumpet, and he came in, and Jerry said, Herb, this is Rich Totoian, he's going to be our national album guy. And Herb, very straight-faced, said to me, shook hands, had his horn in one hand, he shook hands, he said, that's great, does that mean you're going to get the Carpenters on FM radio? And I almost shit a brick. And my face must have, and he started laughing. He said, hey, I'm just fooling with you. So
he was serious.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So how did Harold approach you? Did you guys know each other in New York?
No. The guy that took my place at Epic, he recommended me to Harold. Marshall Blondstein. I recommended him to take my place. He recommended me to Harold. I had an interview with him and Jerry Love, and Harold said, okay, very nice interview. He said, there's only one other person I'm going to interview, and I'll be getting back to you. And I said, listen, I know this isn't copacetic, but can you tell me who the other person is? He said, yeah, it's Michael Kleffner. I said, oh, okay. Well, I said, if I can't beat him out, then I don't know what the hell's going on or something. And they laughed. And a few days later, Harold called me up. Totoian? I said, yes. It's the chief. Hi, chief. You got the job. I said, I did. Yeah. I said, what happened to Kleffner? That fucking guy, he wanted a car, he wanted this, he wanted that. Who the hell does he think he is? I said, well, he's married to Carol Strauss, she's got a big PR firm, and he was flying high at Atlantic. You got the job. Fly out here and meet the troops. So that's how it went. But boy, I love Harold, because Harold was always on your side. We'd go to McDonald's sometimes, and he'd say, let's try these McRibs. And I go, Jesus Christ, come on. You're a black guy. Don't you know where to get real ribs? This stuff is not even real food. He'd laugh with his napkin.
That's great. What do you think the chemistry was between Herb and Jerry that made A&M so successful?
They were both intelligent adults. And very, very, they came from a place of kind-hearted people. You know, they would shake hands, they would make a deal with an artist, and if the artist didn't like it, they'd say, all right, we'll see you later.
I think that, well, not that they didn't like Cat Stevens, but I think that when Cat decided he didn't want to record anymore, I think they just let him go.
Yeah.
What he wanted to pursue.
I didn't know that, but yeah. He was the first guy I went to see. My very first concert was to go to see Cat Stevens, and I walked in. I said, hi, I'm from A&M, full of piss and vinegar, as my dad used to say. And the guy said, I'm sorry, he can't allow you to come backstage. He won't allow you to come back. I said, what do you mean? I'm his representative. And just then, Peter Rudge, who was the most brilliant record man I ever met, that was the manager of The Who in America, he came walking and he goes, what's going on here, Richie? I said, they won't let me in. Who won't let you in? I said, I came to say hello to Cat Stevens, and he won't let me in. He said he'll only talk to Herb and Jerry. Oh, just a second. He grabbed me and we walk in. He goes, this is your national promotion man. You want him to like shit can all your records? You're never going to... Oh, from then on, he was nice to me.
That's just, I mean, you just don't understand how amazing these stories are with these artists. So, the A&M lot, you know, a lot of people, when they talk about being on that lot, they talk about Charlie Chaplin. What's your experience with the A&M lot in Los Angeles?
I loved the A&M lot. I just absolutely love. I love the, you know, first of all, Bob Garcia had a lot to do with the A&M lot. He was a giant of a man, a gentle giant, I should say, who really cared about the artist, but he always stayed in the background, kind of like Herb and Jerry in a way. And he was very instrumental in putting together a publicity department that was just, to me, the best I've ever seen. The best I've ever seen. I used to love to come to the lot and go hang out in the publicity department. It really was fun.
A lot of people said that about that his office was like a sanctuary.
Yes.
You could go there. That artists would go there, and managers would go there.
Well, they all respected him so well. I mean, he was very well respected. But that's all part of because of Herb and Jerry.
Yeah, exactly.